What's up guys, YDCB here with some more The Best action, and today we'll be doing The Best Beth, right? We'll be testing up The Best Beth. It's not gonna be my Beth, because mine is still at 5-star level 35, and it's not ruined yet. Well, we'll be testing out. I loaned this Beth from my guildie, Tofu, right? Fortunately, he had a Beth that I could test out, okay? Before I make any life-changing decisions. Well, not really life-changing, it's just something that will affect the way I play the game in the next couple of weeks. Well, it's still technically life-changing for a couple of weeks. Anyway, before we begin this, I have one announcement to make, alright? And it's about streaming tomorrow. I'll be streaming tomorrow on Twitch. Twitch.tv/YDCB, right there, right? It will be at 7:30 p.m. Alright, and GMT +8 Singapore time. For those of you who are not on my time zone, for those of you that don't live along the equator, right? There is the link in the description. Alright, it's a countdown timer, you know, just so it, you know, to help you figure out exactly what time it is. So we're gonna test out Beth today, right? What I hope that this test will be able to show me. Okay, it's not fully skilled, is it? It's not, but the skills that I want to see are fully skilled, right? I'm hoping that this skill here can do upwards of 30,000. Am I hoping for too much? I don't know, we shall see. And this one, I heard it deals good damage. I'm expecting it to do good damage. I won't be surprised. Alright, so anyway, these are his runes. They're on Rage Blade, Rage Blade, attack, crit damage, and attack. Standard attacker runes. For those of you who are newer to the channel, these are standard attacker runes. When I say standard attacker runes, I mean attack, crit damage, attack. Either Rage Blade or Violent Blade. That's like standard. Okay, that's the definition of standard attacker runes, right? Let's just go through his runes. You should see like crit rate, crit damage, crit rate. Oh, nice, 21 crit damage on attack percent. Pretty good. Alright, and then yeah, crit rate, crit damage. There's no attack on slot tree ever. Don't try to look for a slot tree rune with attack percent. You will never find it, alright? Crit damage, crit rate. There's no attack on this one. 20% crit damage. Nice. The reason he's on blade runes most likely is because he needs crit rate. Because if you awaken this Beth, she's an attack monster, but she gets effect accuracy instead of crit rate, like Sigmarus or, you know, other nice attack monsters that get crit rate. So it's really hard to rune her, bear in mind, alright? So he has 60% crit rate. I believe he runs him with an Enable. So Enable has the leader skill of 38%, which is amazing. I don't have an Enable, so I have to rune her like 70% crit rate at least, which is, you know, and I want my Beth, I wish for Beth to have like at least 160 speed. That's how I roll. I like to be fast, right? Not in sex, but in the game, I like to be fast. I like to finish fast, okay? So, my dream Beth, if I were to rune Beth, would be on Violent, of course, right? And say around 200 crit damage. You know, let's be realistic. I mean, if you're on Violent, you don't expect to get more than 200 crit damage unless your substats are super duper amazing. And I would like 160 speed. Okay, so that's like another really hard thing to rune for. Plus, I would like to have at least about this type of attack. Which means it will require really good substance. Anyway, this is a good example of a endgame Beth, right? Endgame Beth, the type of stats you would see in an endgame Beth, right? So we can see how much Beth actually does. So right off the bat, I want to test out, you know, Gouge. Is that the correct way to say it? I want to test out Beth's second skill, the AoE skill, alright? And the AoE skill deals additional 50% more damage when there is a continuous damage effect. Take note that this damage does not stack. For example, if you use an Orochi and you put down 5 continuous damage effects, it's not going to increase it by 250%. No, it's just a flat 50%. Gouge, right? A ruthless charge cutting all enemies in front. Damage of this attack is increased by 50% and it's a flat 50%. Alright, so here we are. This is the skill I'm hoping to hit for 30,000. But I'm not sure if it can. I'm expecting... I heard it has not a very good multiplier. I'm talking too much, am I not? Anyway, let's see. How much can Gouge do? It actually hit for 30,000. Did it actually hit for 30,000? It did it not? 30,000 is pretty legit. Now I was like a few hours before, I was pretty sure, alright, we're gonna leave Beth till 5 weeks later. Right? But now I'm like, damn it! God damn it! Now we have armor break and attack buff, and we're gonna test out the default attack of Beth. Right, let's see how much does wound, how much does wound do? Decent-ish, I guess decent-ish, pretty decent. Okie dokie, we're finally at the boss where we can see how much a third skill can do. Looking at the attack bars, I think Beth is gonna move before the boss, but even then I have turbulence to help me with that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this. Okay, we got that. I got the armor break on, that's a good thing. Now I'm gonna do turbulence to reset his attack bar and stun, and then I'm gonna buff. Alright, so now we can see. No, my screen! No! Oh my god, I gotta fix this. No, fucking internet. Oh dear god, that was some lag spike. I'm sorry. So now, we can see how much does Eternal Scar do. We've got all the buffs we need, pretty much. Alright, Eternal Scar, Armor Break on turn 1. I mean, it hits twice, right? First one is Armor Break, second one is HP Recovery. Let's see. Alright, here we go. So that was like 50,000 nuke on an armored unit. Take note that this dragon has higher armor than what you would normally see in arena, minus those archangels and defense type monsters. Like if it's the standard, it's like a beast monk or a Perna or Darien, it's not gonna have as much defense as this unit over here. So that's all we have for the best Beth. Oh my god, the screen is just acting up again. I'm sorry. I will have to fix this for the next video. Anyway, that's all we have for the best Beth. Now, I must say right now, I'm having sort of mixed feelings. Because pretty much before this video, I was thinking do Spectra. Because in a business point of view, alright, in a business point of view, Spectra would make my Dragon's B10 run faster by about 30 seconds, plus minus. And that would mean more runes to be able to rune Beth in the future, right? But now looking at this Beth, I'm like tempted to de-rune some of my things to rune her and use her. Because I saw the damage on Gouge and I like it. But when I think about it again, he's on a Rage Blade runes with close to zero speed. If I were to use a Beth, I need my Beth. Alright, based on current situation in Asian metagame, I need my Beth to be around 160 speed. Okay, so that's a challenge. So I don't know yet. But anyway, that's all for the best Beth. Thank you to Tofu for loaning me his Beth. It's a really well runed Beth. I mean, it hits really hard. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. No shadows almost kept alive. For those of you who are still here, even though we said bye already, right? Well, this is just like a short sort of vlog thingy that I just want to talk, have a little chat with you guys, right? So, I mean, yesterday, you already know that I pulled a Beth yesterday in yesterday's video. And I read all the comments. And there are like numerous comments from people who like, just hate like how I reacted when I got a Beth. Well, you see, how should I put this so that it's not coming off as a dick. I don't know. You see, I am me, and the people that that were angry yesterday. You are you. Like, you're in your situation with your current monsters. You're in your situation where Beth could be something that you would use every day. Beth could be your new girlfriend that you would make out with every single day. However, that's not really the case for me, especially in the current Asian metagame, where people are countering Theomars. They are putting up Theomars counters on defense in top 100 every day, right? I mean, almost everyone. There's gonna be a retest, there's gonna be something there that will fuck up your Theomars, right? Because Theomars is so common, he's good, right? Now, where does that put Beth? If you put Theomars and Beth together side by side, right? In a situation where you could use a water nuker, and say there's a retest there, you'd pick Theomars 10 times out of 10 times. Am I right? Because he's the safer choice. He's the safer choice. I'm not like talking down on Beth. Look, I think that she has potential to be part of a wombo combo sort of team, because like just now I saw that on armored units, right? On units with pretty high defense, she can hit like 30,000. But those were amazing stats pretty much, right? And to be able to hit those stats, which I can't at the moment, unless I strip runes from, say, all over. I'd have to strip runes from Trevor and Theomars to be able to get that type of stats on Violent. Or strip Katarina. I don't want to do that, right? Like, I can't react how you want me to react based on your unit situation. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to, I don't like to sugarcoat stuff. Like, pretend that I'm elated over something. Like, I'm super happy over something that I'm not really that happy about. Sure, Nat 5. Yes, I'm thankful for that, and it's a nice thing to have. Because, I mean, looking ahead, things can happen. She could receive buffs. Nat 5s usually will receive sort of buffs if they're underused. And things that are overused could kind of receive a nerf, right? So it's nice to have. But at that point of time, at this current point of time, do I have a need for Beth? Not really, right? If you're talking about water nukers right now, I have Sigmarus already at 6 star. It's not Rune, because I don't have the need to use him yet. So same with Beth. I mean, she's awesome and all, but not in the current state of the game. That for me, right? For you guys who have like a certain comp, sure, Beth may be really nice. Like for example, right? If let's say I could, like, earlier in the video when I talked about Beth's runes, if I could get her to that type of state, with like 200 crit damage and say 160 speed, and have her gouge do like 30,000, I can use her. I had plans to use her with against Chloe comms, and I had plans to use her with a sort of a Praha, Beth, Amir. Yes, Amir. I always liked Amir, it's just that it's really hard to use him. Like, you need something to complete him. So I think that Beth is nice. Like, you can use Galeon. I could use Galeon, Amir, Beth, and Praha. Right? Put the dots on, put the armor break on, and Beth goes and Amir goes, and that should be the end of the game. But to be able to do that from a unit which gains 25% accuracy from Awakening, even Amir gets 15% crit rate, which makes him easier to rune. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not an easy task. That's why I'm thinking maybe I should do Spectra to speed up my Dragon's Run, right? If I do Spectra in my Dragon's Run, he would replace either I think he would replace Veramos most likely, right? And that would, bringing a Spectra into DB10. DB10 means that there is like no immunity on the dragon, ever. And that means that Trevor, or whichever damage dealer that I bring, is gonna be constantly nuking the boss against defense break, which is amazing as well. And my screen, I don't know what's happening. It's not my device, it's the fucking internet. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I guess what I want to say is, I mean, for those of you who have been here, you should know that I'm really, like, I don't like to pretend that something is good or, you know, lead you on to believe something. If I feel that it's not so applicable in the current state of the game, I will say so without any hesitation, right? And I guess that's what I wanted to say today at the end of this video. It's like, I used to tell my friend, like, you know, back when just recently I was recalled back to the Navy, right? I told you this is a vlog, and there's gonna be like stories and shit. Okay, so what happened was that I got a few people to pick up the game, a few officers, a few fucking colonels and captains, right? They were like, because we were like having meetings and planning shit out, and I'm like there just grinding DP10, and they're like, hey, what's that? And then I got a few of them to play the game, and I told them, like, this game, when you choose to play this game, you're basically choosing, you know, when you play this game, you're basically in a desert. It's a big fucking big desert. You can't see the end of the desert. Everywhere on the horizon is just sand. All around you is just sand. You are in the desert. Every day, whatever you do in the game, you are moving in a certain direction. Right? Trying to get out of this desert. By get out mean like win the game. Right? Not quit the game. Right? Trying to advance through this desert. You're trying to find water. Every time he was asking me about spending money, I said, yeah, it's like in a desert. When you spend money in this game, it is like you buy a bottle of mineral water in the desert. You drink the water, alright? Like you buy this bottle of water, and sometimes it contains so little water, and sometimes it contains enough water to last you for months. Right? A lot of the times you probably could end up with an empty bottle. Every time you spend in the game is just buying a bottle of water that you don't know how much water is inside, right? It doesn't actually get you out of the desert, ever. Right? You're always gonna be in the desert. That's what I told him, like, because he was like, the people that I was in were all relatively, you know, rich kind of thing. I mean, in that group of officers that were, you know, in this meeting with me. So they have the tendency to spend. So I was telling them, like, you know, if you want to spend like within your limits, I mean, I find it's okay to spend. To be honest, I think that, you know, whatever you do in life, it's all for whatever you spend money on. All right, it's to buy happiness. Yeah, money can't buy happiness and shit. Like, the people will say that, but come on, like, you today you go to this restaurant and you order this food, you pay more than the usual because you want to eat this. You want to eat duck. You want to eat, I don't know what. You want to eat a steak tonight. You want to have some wine tonight. Why? Because you feel happy, right? If you eat something that you like, if you do something that you like, you spend more money to do these things. Which is why I feel it's okay to be spending money on a game if it brings you happiness, but don't spend irresponsibly, right? Like, I don't like this. I mean, it's really sad when you see people go into financial difficulties because of a game. That's stupid. Don't do that. Don't ever do that, right? Spend within your limits. Like, every month, what I earn from YouTube, right? I'm very straightforward here. What I earn from YouTube, I try to spend, like, what I earn from YouTube, usually around 10% goes to giveaways. Like, things that I give every 1,000 subscribers, right? That's about 10% of what I earn, right? I try to spend less than 20% of what I earn on the game. And the rest of it really just goes to bills and living frugally. Let me put it this way. So for those of you who are like, you know, how much does a YouTuber earn, right? I mean, we're not allowed to give like in the terms and services, we're not allowed to say like exactly and give much details, but all I can say is that at about this type of views and about this type of subscribers, one is able to sort of survive, right? If you're thinking like, you know, big houses, cars, women, no. It's just like, this is enough to survive, okay? That's why I can't summon every freaking week because money, right? I don't want to spend irresponsibly on a game. Okay? Is this dragging on for too long for a vlog? I don't know. I don't even know how we came here. So yeah, it's a desert. Right? It's a desert. So right there and then when I got Beth yesterday, alright? Right there and then when I got Beth yesterday, it was like I was in the desert and I bought a bottle, right? And when I opened the bottle, there was no water, but there was some grapes there. Kind of happy. He's like, oh, there's some grapes. There's some water in grapes when you eat. There's some juice, right? And sort of, yeah, happy. And you know, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. That was what I felt when I pulled her yesterday. Okay, so I hope that you know the people who are like, I mean, not only all of you read the comments. And yesterday there was some fuck you, like fuck you, like people's like, my god, like I don't know, man. Anyway, I guess we're gonna end this vlog here today. I will do more of these like after, you know, videos and things like that, so it doesn't, you know, some people get really pissed off like, I don't have time for this shit. Fine, then don't watch this part after the video, because I will put these like after the video, so the actual Sum This War thing. So, you know, don't go in the comments and say like, you know, don't put shit that I don't want to watch on your video. Just don't watch it when I say bye. Just fucking close it and leave. Alright? Some fucksus are interested and we like to have a little chat. Some of you have like are really busy and things like that. You can only afford like 5 minutes per video. Then so be it, right? You are not here anyway. Okay? So we're gonna stop here for today. This is the second time I'm saying this in a video, but thanks guys for watching and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye! Keep you with me in my heart. You make it easier when life gets hard.